Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Quinn Joe here, and today we are going to be doing the NBA awards if the season is over. So, for the first NBA award, it will be MVP. The candidates here would be LeBron, Giannis, and personally I have Giannis. Giannis is the reigning MVP and is going to be 2 years in a row, I think. No one can stop him driving with a full head of steam. It's just impossible. He's averaging 29.6 points, 5.8 assists, and 13.7 rebounds, 1 block, and 1 steal. MVP! For the next NBA award, I have Most Improved Player, and my Most Improved Player this season has been Bam Adebayo. Bam was okay last year and turned into an all-star this year. Brandon Ingram was expected to be pretty good, and Luka was very good last year, so that's why I got Bam winning it, not Luka or Brandon Ingram. Devontae Graham also made a case, but he slowed down in the second half of the season. For the next award, I have Defensive Player of the Year, and my candidates here are Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, and Marcus Smart. But my Defensive Player of the Year this year is Anthony Davis. Davis is a great defender and the best because he's the Defensive Player of the Year. If you don't agree, look at the stats: 10 boards, 1.5 steals, and 2.5 blocks. And the next award is the Rookie of the Year, which could either be Zion or Ja Morant. I have Ja Morant. Most people didn't think Ja would be the Rookie of the Year because if Zion didn't get hurt, he probably wouldn't have been because Zion's having an amazing year, but Ja Morant, I think, deserves it because he's played lots of games and made the Memphis Grizzlies the 8th seed. The next award I have is a Sixth Man of the Year, and I have quite a few candidates. I think it could either be Norman Powell, Montrezl Harrell, Lou Williams, or Derrick Rose. My pick for this is Montrezl Harrell. He is having a great season off the bench, averaging 18.6 points, 7.1 rebounds, and averaging 18.6 points and 7.1 rebounds off the bench. Most starters don't even do that. The last award I have is Coach of the Year, and I have 4 candidates for this. I think it could be Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel, Mike Budenholzer, or Eric Spoelstra. I have Nick Nurse because most people didn't think the Raptors would be as good as they are, but Nick Nurse has coached them to the 3rd best seed in the whole NBA. Alright, next I have the All-NBA team. So my All-NBA first team will be, the point guard will be Luka Doncic. Luka was great in his rookie season, but has been amazing this season, even being a starter with lots of votes for Team LeBron in the All-Star game. Luka has even brought the Mavericks from rebuilding to contending in 1 year. And then the next player at shooting guard, I have James Harden. Harden was having an awesome season before it got suspended, and in some MVP conversations, averaging 34.4 points, 7.4 assists, and 1.7 steals. Then the small forward I have on the All-NBA first team is LeBron James. LeBron is a 16-time All-Star, the captain of the All-Star game this year, second in MVP conversations, and averaging 25 points, 10 assists, and 1.2 steals a game. Then the power forward would be Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis is the reigning MVP and my pick for the MVP this year. All-Star captain 2 years in a row and is carrying the Bucks to the best record in the NBA with a record of 53-12. The center I have on the All-NBA first team is Anthony Davis. Davis, I think, is one of the best defenders and offensive players in the whole league. Next, I have the All-NBA second team. The point guard in that team will be Trae Young. Trae Young is an amazing offensive player, but not a good defender. That's why he did not make the cut for the first team. And then the shooting guard will be Dame Dollar Lillard. Damian Lillard has been nothing but incredible this season. He even had 100 points in 2 games earlier in the season. One of the games he had like 60, and the other he had 40 back-to-back. Then my small forward for the All-NBA second team will be Kawhi Leonard. He was so close to making the cut for the first team. I think he is a top 5 player in the league, but due to positions he couldn't fit in, so I think he is the best player on the All-NBA second team. Then my power forward from the Toronto Raptors would be Pascal Siakam. Pascal was the most improved player last year and is making his case to be the most improved player back-to-back, but I still don't think he will be because I think it's Bam Adebayo, and that's never happened before. And Pascal is leading the Raptors right now. Then the center from the Nuggets will be Nikola Jokic. Jokic has been incredible the second half of the season. The Nuggets started off slow, but he has carried them to one of the best records in the league in the second half. Then next, I have the All-NBA third team. The point guard will be Ben Simmons. Simmons has not gotten any better, but he didn't get any worse, so he's on the third team. He's averaging 16.7 points, 8.2 assists, and 2.1 steals. And then my shooting guard on the All-NBA third team will be Kemba Walker. Kemba is on a very good team, the Celtics, and is playing very well for them. He is averaging 21.9 points, 4.9 assists, and he has a 42% field goal. And then the small forward from the Miami Heat, Jimmy Butler. Or is Jimmy a shooting guard? He's playing small forward. Jimmy has done a lot to make the Miami Heat as good as they are, but he has also had the help of Bam Adebayo. But the Heat wouldn't be where they are without Jimmy Butler, and Jimmy has been the leader of the Heat this season. And then we have Joel Trust the Process Embiid. Just as Simmons, Joel hasn't really got any better, but he hasn't got any worse. He's still the best player on the Sixers. I'm not sure, he probably could have been on the second team, but I think Jokic is better, and Pascal. And then the next on the All-NBA third team, the last player, the center, Skyfall Tower, Rudy Gobert. Rudy Gobert shuts every player down on defense and shut the whole league down. So that's it for my All-NBA first, second, and third team. And now this is going to be my All-NBA defensive first team. And my point guard will be Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart is averaging 1.6 steals, 3.8, I think, rebounds, half a block, and just hustles all the time. Marcus Smart also has a plus-minus of 241. Then my shooting guard, we've already heard him, Ben Simmons. Simmons has a plus-minus of 79 with 2.1 steals, 0.6 blocks, and he also hustles. He also averages 7.8 rebounds. Then the small forward for the All-NBA defensive first team, I've got the clock, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi is averaging 1.8 steals, 0.6 blocks, 7.3 boards, and a plus-minus of 398. Wow. And then my power forward is Anthony Davis. Davis can guard each position, averaging 1.5 steals, 2.4 blocks, 9.4 rebounds, and a plus-minus of 285 this season with the Lakers. He's also my defensive player of the year, so that's why he has to be on the All-NBA first team. And then my center for the All-NBA defensive first team, I have the Stifle Tower, Rudy Gobert. Gobert is the reigning defensive player of the year, and I don't think he's going to win again, but he's up there. He is averaging 13.7 rebounds, 0.8 steals, and 2 blocks. He has a plus-minus of 270 this season, also very high. Next is my All-NBA defensive second team, and my point guard for that team will be Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry you probably didn't expect to be in this video, but he has a plus-minus of 252, averaging 1.3 steals, 5 rebounds, 0.4 blocks, and leads the league in charges taken with 0.58. Next, for my shooting guard, I have Jrue Holiday. Jrue Holiday has made many defensive teams in his career, and this season he's averaging almost 2 steals with 1.7 and 0.8 blocks, 5 rebounds, and a plus-minus of 39, and has 4.1 deflections each game. For my small forward, I have Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler has 3.5 deflections a game with 6.6 boards, 1.7 steals, 0.5 blocks, and a plus minus of 225. Then my power forward is Jonathan Isaac. Jonathan is averaging 1.6 steals, 2.4 blocks, 7 rebounds, and a plus minus of 10. Then, slightly out of position, my center is Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis was a player I was thinking of for the Defensive Player of the Year, but he's only not on the first team because positions. He would have been a guard. I know he's out of position here as a center, but I can't put him as a guard. Sorry. Alright, my last awards are the All-NBA Rookie First Team. I also have the second team after, but this is the first team. I have the Rookie of the Year, Ja Morant. Ja has been amazing, my Rookie of the Year, and he's averaging 17.6 points, 6.9 assists, and 3.5 rebounds. And then my shooting guard will be Kendrick Nunn. Kendrick Nunn, going undrafted and being on my All-NBA first team, I think is amazing. And he's also averaging 15.6 points and 3.4 assists. My small forward, slightly out of position, I have Terrence Davis. Terrence Davis is probably a surprise. Some people might not even have him on the second team, but I think he is top 4 rookies. This season averaging only 7.7 points, 1.7 assists, and 3.4 rebounds in very limited minutes because the Raptors are so deep, with a plus minus of 225, same as Jimmy Butler's. That's why I have Terrence Davis on the All-NBA first team. And then my power forward is Zion Williamson. Zion isn't the Rookie of the Year because he only played about 20 games, but he was great in those games, averaging about 23.6 points with a plus minus of 120. My center, also slightly out of position, I have Brandon Clark. Clark is averaging 12 points, 5.8 rebounds, and a plus minus of 8 this regular season, and no one expected him to be this good, and he is also carrying the Grizzlies with Ja Morant to the 8th seed. Then next, I have my All-NBA Rookie second team. My point guard is going to be Coby White. Coby White had a very slow start to his NBA career, but is now averaging 13.9 points and 2.7 assists. My shooting guard will be Tyler Hero. Hero is averaging 12.9 points, 1.9 assists, 4 rebounds, and that's about it. A very good start to his young NBA career. And then at small forward, I have RJ Barrett. RJ to me has been terrible. I expected a lot more from him, but he's the only reason why I watch the Knicks and my only hope for them, so that's why he made my all-rookie second team. Then my power forward will be Matisse Thybulle of the Philadelphia 76ers. Thybulle has been pretty good, and he's averaging 4.7 points, 1 assist, and 1.5 rebounds. And he has a plus minus of 22. And then my center is Jackson Hayes. He has exceeded expectations, averaging 7.5 points, 4 rebounds, with a bad plus minus of negative 53. That is all of my awards if the season is over. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to change them or you don't agree with me, please put in the comments below. First one to comment on this video will get a shout out in my next video. Shout out to Bills Robbie one more time. So thank you all very much for watching. It's been Quinn, and I'm out. See ya!